Okay, we are in Chapter 2, Section 1. We are on page 21 in your workbook, page 31 in your textbook. If you notice, we are going to be working today with our different T accounts. The T accounts are going to look like this. They're going to resemble a T. Only we're going to make sure we have a debit and a credit side for each one of them. And we need to determine which side, either assets, liabilities, or owner's equity, that the normal balance will be on. The normal balance will either be increasing or decreasing, and we need to determine that. So if you look on page 31 of your textbook, you'll notice all the different titles that we have there. There's about 7 of them. So we're just going to start with our first one, which is cash. So we are going to label cash at the top of the first T account. We are going to then decide on our debits. So we know that debit is on the left, credit is on the right, and we need to determine which one has the normal balance. Since cash is an asset, we know that our normal balance is going to be on the debit side. And we also know that our normal balance is going to increase on the debit side and decrease on the credit side. All right, we're going to move on to our accounts receivable for Christine Kelly. So we have to write down first our label, accounts receivable, and I just am going to put her last name for Kelly. All right, again, we know that debits are on the left, credits are on the right, and since it's our accounts receivable, we are going to have our normal balance on the left and our decrease on credit, and we're going to have an increase on debit. Okay. Our next one that we have is going to be supplies. Debits are on the left, credit on the right. All right, since we have a supplies and it's going to be considered with our cash in the same category, we are going to have a normal balance on the debit side. And we know that we are going to decrease the credit and increase the debit. Our next one that we have is prepaid insurance. So again, and we know debits are on the left, credits on the right. And since this one again is going to fall under the category of these here, we are going to put our normal balance on our debit side. We're going to decrease and increase. Okay, so now that we know that these are all going to be on the left side of the T account with our normal balance, we're going to move on to the other part, which I'm going to move over here just to help you guys keep it situated on which side is going to have the normal balance. So our next one we have is accounts payable. And this is going to be for Miller Supply. Alright, so we know again, debits on the left, credit on the right. Now, with this, we know that it's going to be on the right side of the equation because it's our accounts payable. We are going to put our normal balance under credit. And we know that the debit's going to decrease and the credit is going to increase. All right, our next one that we have is going to be accounts payable, the Wayne office supply. So we are going to have again accounts payable. We'll just put Wayne. We know debits are on the left, credit on the right, normal balance is going to be under credit, We know debit will decrease, and we know that credit will increase. And last one, we have our capital for Jeff Dixon. So again, we're going to put Jeff, capital, debit on the left, credit on the right. We know since it's an owner's equity, we're going to put it on the credit side for our normal balance. We know we're going to decrease our debit and increase our credit.